Jim Bard,
Here.
Mr. Mike Carey,
Here.
Mrs. Becky Wolfinger,
Here.
Dr. Nathan Goetz,
Here.
Dr. Michael Lyman,
Here.
Mr. Kirk Noggle,
Here.
Mr. Fred Scott,
Here.
Mr. Drew Alosi,
Here.
Mr. Darren Donovan,
Here.
and Mr. Blum.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Barwin. Let the record reflect that a quorum is present. And moving on to the reorganization portion of the meeting, I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Barwin for the presentation and reading of the certificates of election.
4 certificates to read. Mr. Drew Alosi was duly elected to the office of School Director, District A of Shippensburg Area School District for a 4-year term. Dr. Michael Lyman was duly elected to the office of School Director, District C of Shippensburg Area School District for a 4-year term. Dr. Nathan Goetz was duly elected to the office of School Director, District C of Shippensburg Area School District for a 4-year term. And Mrs. Becky Wolfinger was duly elected to the office of School Director, District B of Shippensburg Area School District for a 4-year term.
Thank you, Mr. Barwin. At this time, I'm going to open up the floor for nominations for a temporary board president.
I'd like to nominate Michael Lyman.
If I could add a note real quick, if it could be anybody that is not being duly elected or re-elected, because they would have to administer the oath to themselves, which would be difficult. So anybody besides Dr. Lyman, Dr. Goetz, Mrs. Wolfinger, and Mr. Alosi.
Jesus.
The other Mike.
I nominate Jim Bard.
I second.
All in favor?
All right, so we got a nomination for Jim Bard for the temporary president. There was a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And before he gets me. You're not telling him what to do.
We got you.
That's what I shot out to do.
Congratulations.
All right, so I have no idea I was getting to have to do this tonight, so.
So you're gonna administer the oaths, right? So just ask.
You want me to get Becky up here?
No, everybody at their seat. They can stand at their seat and raise their right hand. You're gonna administer the oath.
All right, so you were looking at Becky and Drew, everybody that was elected to have to raise their right hand.
And repeat after the president.
State your name. I state your name. Do solemnly swear
Solemnly swear.
that I will support, obey, defend
Obey and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth.
and that I will discharge
I will discharge
the duties of my office with fidelity.
the duties of my office with fidelity.
Now what we gonna do?
Okay, so that part's done. We're gonna do nominations for president. So you're gonna go out.
Okay, we're gonna,
You can-
we need to elect a new president of the year. Floor's open for nominations of board president.
I'd like to nominate Darren Donovan.
All right, we got Darren Donovan, we got a second.
Fred Scott second.
Scott second.
So if there's any
Is there any other nominations? Okay, we have no further nominations, and we've had a second, or or a motion and a second, so. We get a motion to close nominations?
Fred Scott make a motion to close.
Second.
We got a motion to close and a second, a motion by Fred and, motion to close by Becky. And we do a roll call? We do a roll call on that?
Sure.
This is a motion to close nominations for president.
Mr. Mike Carey,
Yes.
Mrs. Becky Wolfinger,
Yes.
Dr. Nathan Goetz.
Yes.
Dr. Michael Lyman,
Yes.
Mr. Kirk Noggle,
Yes.
Mr. Fred Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Darren Donovan,
Yes.
Mr. Drew Alosi,
Yes.
and Mr. Jim Bard.
Yes. Okay, now we're gonna vote for board president, and I'll also roll call.
That was,
That was the vote to close the nominations. We are now voting for Mr. Donovan to be board president.
okay.
Roll call vote.
Mrs. Becky Wolfinger,
Yes.
Dr. Nathan Goetz,
Yes.
Dr. Michael Lyman,
Yes.
Mr. Kirk Noggle,
Yes.
Mr. Fred Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Darren Donovan,
Yes.
Mr. Jim Bard,
Yes.
Mr. Mike Carey,
Yes.
and Mr. Drew Alosi.
Yes.
9 yes, 0 no. Mr. Darren Donovan may take the president's seat.
Okay, just wanna congratulate Darren Donovan for being the next board president. No deal.
Good job, Jim.
Not a problem.
Thank you, everyone. I will now open up the floor for nominations for vice president.
I'm Fred Scott. I make a motion for Becky Wolfinger.
There's a motion for Becky Wolfinger. Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a second by Mr. Bard. Are there any other nominations for vice president?
I'd like to nominate Drew Alosi.
Second.
There's a nomination for Mr. Alosi. Are there any other nominations for vice president? All right, hearing no other nominations, I will now close the nomination process. Take a motion to close the nomination process.
Yes. Motion. Closed.
Motion made by Mr. Carey and a second by Mr. Scott. So we will now take we'll take a roll call vote, and everybody will indicate if it is Mrs. Wolfinger or Mr. Alosi.
We need to vote on the closing,
Yeah, the vote.
which probably doesn't need a roll call.
All right, we need to call a vote to close the nominations for vice president. And that's a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so the nominations are officially closed, and now we can conduct the roll call vote, state whether you are in support of Mrs. Wolfinger or Mr. Alosi.
Mr. Kirk Noggle,
Mr. Alosi.
Mr. Fred Scott,
Becky Wolfinger.
Mr. Jim Bard,
Mr. Alosi.
Mr. Mike Carey,
Mr. Alosi.
Mrs. Becky Wolfinger,
Mr. Alosi.
Dr. Nathan Goetz,
Mr. Alosi.
Dr. Michael Lyman,
Mr. Alosi.
Mr. Drew Alosi,
Becky Wolfinger.
And Mr. Darren Donovan.
Mr. Alosi.
So I have a 7-2 vote. Mr. Drew Alosi can take the vice president seat.
All right, congratulations, Mr. Alosi. All right, so moving on from there, moving on to discussion of board committee appointments. At the January meeting, board members will be appointed to standing or special committees. The following is a list of current committees needing representation. The Capital Area Intermediate Unit representative, the Franklin County Career Technical Center, JOC representatives. Will need to be 2 of those and 1 alternate. It's a 3-year term. Pennsylvania School Board Association legislative representative. And then we have our district board committees, the standing committees of facilities and budget and finance. And then we have our negotiations, policy, transportation, athletics, outreach, safety, fiscal efficiency committee, curriculum and student engagement, and programming and planning. So at this time, if there's any questions, comments, concerns about any of the structure, if we're in favor of how it's currently set up, then also I'll be reaching out to everybody in between now and our January meeting. If you guys could give me a list of priorities of what facilities that you guys would like to be a part of, and we can get it organized and ready to go for January. But does anybody have any other comments?
Can I, go ahead. Are we gonna, committees, are we gonna put chairman, simply do the committee of the whole, are we gonna have chairman of these committees or not?
Yeah, there generally is always a chairman of each committee.
Is the board gonna pick, or the vice president, president, superintendent gonna pick who's in charge?
That's a board president function.
Okay, you'll take care?
Yeah,
Okay, 'cause last year I was sort of confused and who was what.
correct. Yeah, I'll make sure that we'll specify who the chairman is. And if you have an interest in being a chairman of a certain committee, just relay that to me.
Okay.
And we'll get it sorted out.
Drew, you had something?
Yeah, so if there's a desire to adjust the committee structure to resemble something that has broader range of duties and responsibilities for each committee, is that something that would be proposed and then presented in January? How would that work if there's an alternative way to approach this?
So I think it would just be a motion, Mr. Losi, like if there's a structure, if it could just be detailed, we can put it on the agenda for discussion and action.
It would require policy change as well. That's what I was going to say. Policy 005.
Let's try to use the word chair.
I'm not offended, Michael.
Sticking up for you.
Is there anything else in regards to committee discussion? Okay. All right, so that would end the reorganization meeting, and we will now transition into our planning and action meeting.
Gavel that one out.
All right, so welcome to the Planning and Action meeting of the Shippensburg Area School District Board of Directors. I now call it to order. Need to do roll call again. Mr. Barwin, can you run roll call, please?
Yes. Mr. Jim Bard.
Here.
Mr. Mike Carey.
Here.
Mrs. Becky Wolfinger.
Here.
Dr. Nathan Goetz.
Here.
Dr. Michael Lyman.
Here.
Mr. Kirk Noggle.
Here.
Mr. Fred Scott.
Here.
Mr. Drew Alosi.
Here.
Mr. Darren Donovan.
Here.
And Mr. Blount.
Here.
All right, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to
we begin our deliberations this evening, let us once again be reminded of our duty to represent all of our children of this school community, regardless of age, sex, race, or creed, and regardless of need or ability. This meeting is being live streamed and uploaded to the district's YouTube channel. May we now have a moment of silence to reflect on our thoughts, plans, and actions on behalf of the students in the Shippensburg Area School District. I also want to take a moment of silence for William O. Bill Wilson Jr., who's a 1982 graduate of Shippensburg Area High School, and Peggy A. Dyerman, a 1954 graduate of Shippensburg Area High School. All right, on to the agenda approval. Mr. August, are there any changes to the agenda?
Just one, an error on item 4E3, Shane Parsley's step placement. He should be at master's 90, step 10, salary 85,941.
All right, thank you, Mr. August. Also want to make a note that the board did meet in executive session to discuss contractual issues. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Bard, and who was the second? Second by Mr. Scott, and this is the approval for the agenda as amended by Mr. August. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to citizens' comments regarding agenda items. We have. Okay, we don't have any of those, so we're going to skip over that portion here. Moving on to reports. Student representatives, Mr. Blount.
Good evening, everyone. All the high school students were on their Thanksgiving break. I know I enjoyed mine. Hope everyone else did too. All the winter sports are getting back into swing. Several games and matches were scheduled for today. However, the weather had other plans. Swim is now rescheduled for tomorrow at home at 4:30. The boys and basketball teams also have games rescheduled for tomorrow at 7:30. Boys are home and girls are away. They are both playing Lower Dolphin. And wrestling has its first match tomorrow against Lower Dolphin East at 8 p.m. Now, in other news, the high school drama department performed a fantastic show called Pride and Prejudice. It took place on November 13th, 14th, and 15th. There were 21 cast members, 9 ensemble members, 2 crew leaders, and 12 stage crew members to make this show happen. I counted, so I hope that number's right. Many members of the community were there to enjoy the show. The Student Council is hosting one of their 2 annual blood drives this year on Monday, December 15th from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Students 16 and older can sign up to donate blood. This blood drive is also open to the public, so the Student Council would be very appreciative of any community member who would like to help the cause and donate blood to the American Red Cross. If anyone has any questions, I have the QR code, and you can scan it to see what available time slots are left. Minithon was also hosting their annual No Shave November, which is being extended to December 10th. That's all from me.
Thank you. Superintendent's report.
Donation report this month. We'd like to acknowledge and thank the following individuals and companies. A monetary donation in support of the softball team at the high school from USA Softball PA, John Triplett, $2,471.90 in the form of 28 Boomba softball bags. Following monetary donations were received for the SAMS PBIS program at the middle school, and DOCO Inc. gave $335. Donation to support Timothy House at the high school, Hub City Club, $1,000. Monetary donations received also for the Timothy House at the high school from the American Legion, $200, and a $1,000 donation from the Kiwanis Club of Shippensburg to support the service dog at the senior high school. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. August. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. We have item 4A, the approval of minutes. 4B is the finance. 4C is K through 5 materials for music materials for disposal. 4D is curriculum. Administration recommends approval of the following curriculum for small gas engines, production animal science, companion animal care 2, equine studies, and vet science. 4E is personnel, professional, and support staff, resignations, transfers, new appointments, and we have 4F, personnel administration. So looking for a motion and a second for the consent agenda items 4A through 4F.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Carey and a second by Mrs. Wolfinger. Is there any discussion?
Yes, I have a couple questions here regarding the consent agenda. Number 4E, are any of the positions that are new or new as the learning support teacher or the 2 emotional support teachers, are they new or are they in outside of the general fund budget that was passed for the 25-26 school year?
None of them are new, Mr. Alosi.
Okay. And then the second question, this might be an executive session discussion as far as personnel, but what is the plan to replace the school psychologist?
Well, it took about a year to get the last one that we hired, so we'll put it out and advertise and begin to start that search. School psychologists are difficult to find.
Okay, and then I guess another question about 4B regarding the finance report. Would it be possible to request a report to show, and I don't know if I would need a consensus of the board, but to get a report that would show the change orders from the past 5 years from projects that have been completed on the district grounds, inclusive of the allocated contingency amounts and then the amounts used for each. That's something that is easily attainable.
If you can put it in writing to an email to Mr. Barwin, we can work on that.
We can track that down.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other further discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to the action agenda. We have item 5A, the Employee Assistance Service Renewal. Administration is recommending approval of Exhibit Q between Work Partners and Shippensburg Area School District effective February 1st, 2026 for the renewal of Life Solution Services for employee-centric programs and services at an annual rate of $9,000. The interactive online tools are available 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, and services that are included are listed below. Looking for a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Dr. Lyman and a second by Dr. Goetz. Any discussion?
I do have questions. Bill, I had sent an email asking about the kind of percentage of usage by the district employees.
We don't have that yet.
Okay. Because Nicole had given me some information, and I think that it would help to provide some clarity to the board if they had
Well,
further time to.
let me ask, Mrs. Weber, do you happen to know those numbers? You just sent it? Okay, we do have it, apparently. So between February 24th and January 2025, we had 34 individuals accessing it. From February to July, we had 11. Our comprehensive service count was 323, and from the second time frame between February to July, we had 201 in this comprehensive service count. Additional individual services, organizational consultants, from February 24 to January of 2025, we had 4. We had no usage for organizational consultations from February to July of 2025. Of the categories being used, it looks like we had 160 uses between February of 2024 and January of 2025. We had 160 uses for wellness benefits between February 2025 and July 2025. We had 130 uses. Number of EAP cases, we had 27 for that first window and 9 for, in the second. Counseling summaries, we had 58 in the first window and 20 in the second. And 80% of those sessions were in person, 20% were telephone. Number of work-life services, not being able to see that number, sorry. Prescription wellness, we had 4 in the first window, 2 in the second window that were enrolled, and web use utilization. In the first window, we had 94 logins. We had 176 page views. We had 2 skill builders. In the second window, we had 48 logins, 119 page views, and 1 skill builder. Ms. Weber, is there any, not to put you on the spot, is there anything I missed from those numbers? Okay.
So I guess my question is, to me, it sounds like it's underutilized as far as the program goes. Is there something out there that would be, that would bring more services to the district employees that might be better suited for our district?
I don't have that information right now. We could look at that. Maybe Mrs. Weber could talk.
This doesn't need renewed until February, correct?
Right.
Yeah, there's definitely different opportunities, different organizations that provide employee assistance programs. I do meet with them on a quarterly basis. They say our numbers are good, comparatively speaking, to other organizations that use EAPs. But there's always ways to make it more robust. So
Right.
I would state for the district, it is beneficial to the employees that are using it, and it also goes to the families that are within those, any family members that are in the employee's household too. So it's been very beneficial and on a personal basis in an HR function when meeting with people that are going through financial struggles or emotional well-being and things like that, to be able to offer that. Without some kind of EAP, it is, we don't have any other means to help them, so.
Right. I just want to make sure that like whatever we're providing is robust for our employees. Like how hard or what would a turnaround be for you to get information, since it's not like super time sensitive at this moment, for us to have an alternative?
I don't know that answer offhand, to be honest with you. I'd have to double check. I don't know if we would have to do an RFP because it's a service driven. I'd have to double check that one. Yeah, so I think we can just go search, and I can ask other HR people what they're using and connect with those organizations. And we can do a cost analysis then too. So,
Right.
So, but I would propose that the board would. It is beneficial to the employees, to some of our population. So
Right.
even even though the numbers don't look that great, so, yeah.
Are you aware, are most of the services kind of akin to one another?
I
Are
believe
you aware of
so.
any differences between
Yeah, the
providers?
only thing that I have noticed, and have recommended to our organization is that sometimes we have challenges within our employees that aren't disciplinary or any nature, and we just need to navigate the, employee groups through some challenging aspects, so they work together better and things like that. And I haven't really had the benefit of our EAP to help us through some of those things, so there might be some opportunities there, maybe not on a individual employee basis, but to actually help the organization better. So I don't know. There might be other opportunities that we don't know about.
Any other questions for Mrs. Weber?
The general, in my mind, the general kind of one of the benefits of an EAP program is that you can provide a service to employees in-house at a substantial savings than if they had to go out and use their/our insurance to get those same services. And so money spent on EAP is money saved on our ballooning insurance costs,
That is beneficial.
especially in the area of mental health.
Exactly. I think that's an area that has definitely benefited, and that is one of the higher areas with our, because I'd be frank, it's hard to find support just in this local area. So it's Lisa's Connection. They get 6 free services. If they need additional help, they connect them to local needs.
Right.
So I have, I would want that to continue for our employees and their family members.
It's a solid money-saving investment in the long run.
Yep, so.
You're spending pennies and saving dollars.
Yep. And this is a benefit for all of our employees, not just anyone that has our health care, vision, and dental. That's sometimes a skewed, people don't understand that, but it is beneficial to any of our part-time staff as well. So, but again, there might be a different avenue that we could look down to offer the same support, and it might have a different name attached to it, so, yeah.
Nicole, are you comfortable with this particular program?
I personally am, but I don't know any different, so maybe I'm narrow-minded with the organization. I meet with them on a quarterly basis. They've helped us with our employee benefit fairs that we've had. They've come down each year. They connect with our workers' compensation. It's actually the same organization. So we've partnered with, it's called Work Partners actually. When we have a workers' comp situation, we try to piggyback the employee assistance programs available too, because sometimes there's financial challenges with workers' comp situations. So there's been some benefits, but again, I don't want to downplay that there might be some other opportunities out there. And we haven't, I believe the district started with this organization back in 2020. I think it was a COVID situation.
That was my next question.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been 5 years and there's opportunities
Is that the first time we offered EAP benefits?
that I'm aware of, yes.
Okay.
I personally was not the one that brought it, but I don't recall having it prior to that.
Is there anything else for Mrs. Weber? Thank you for your explanation. I really appreciate that. Any other questions, concerns, comments on that? That was really good discussion. Thanks. All right, so this is for item 5A. We already had the motion and second, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to 5B, the HCCC Partner Agreement. Administration recommends approval of the attached agreement between the Housing Coalition of Cumberland County and the partner agencies participating in the Landlord Engagement Program. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Dr. Lyman and a second by Mrs. Wolfinger. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that concludes the action portion. Moving on to the discussion agenda. So one item here, it's 6A curriculum. Administration recommends approval of the attached curricula for the agriculture, mechanics, companion animal care 1, and intro to horticulture courses. Is there any discussion around that, questions, concerns?
Could we get an explanation a little bit about that? Just a little more info, Bill?
In terms of what, Mr. Noggle?
Just describing, is this like a faux ag?
That would be part of our, kind of our FFA-ish
As it is?
part of the building.
Okay.
Not that these are necessarily FFA classes, but that wing.
Is there anything else?
That's in addition to the ones we approved earlier, I assume was for VOAG as well.
Yeah, right. As they get written and vetted, they come forward.
All right, so moving on to citizen comments regarding non-agenda items. Please identify yourself by name and borough/township. Keep all comments to the board as a whole and make sure they are in the form of a statement. Questions will be taken under advisement. Responses to questions will be offered after due deliberation and will be provided by the superintendent at the direction of the board within a few days of the board meeting. You will be allowed 3 minutes for your comments. Comments relative to private student matters or personnel issues should be directed to the appropriate school authority outside of this meeting. The presiding officer reserves the right to interrupt or terminate a participant's statement when the statement is too lengthy, personally directed, abusive, obscene, or irrelevant. Does anybody have any comments? Okay, all right, seeing none. Moving on to board comments. Start with Mr. Scott.
Let's see, it's going to another year. Nothing.
Mr. Carey.
Thank you.
Mrs. Wolfinger.
I always have something to say. I just want to thank our community for your support in electing me to represent you. The last time I sat in this chair, it was by appointment. So it means the world to me to know that you have the confidence in me to represent not only our students, but also the district employees and our community. So thank you, guys.
Dr. Goetz.
Yeah, I just wanted to second the comments about Pride and Prejudice. I'm not sure it's the only show in town, but it's almost the only show in town, but it's still a really, really good show. I continually, every year, so impressed with our high school students, both in their play and their musical that they put on. And I tell you what, the lines for that show were unbelievable. So I was so impressed by those students, and such a fun play. Smart, witty, whatever, loved it. So this is both a congratulations and once again a pitch to all of you who are not attending our high school productions. Like you're missing out. They're terrific.
Beauty and the Beast is next.
Mr. Bard.
I don't have anything.
Mr. Noggle.
Yeah. I'd like to thank and welcome the new board members and thank the returning board members. And not an easy job. Takes a lot of time and effort, and you're willing to do it. I'm really glad you're here, all of you. So, and good luck, Darren.
Dr. Lyman.
Just also like to welcome the new board members. I came on the board because Drew stepped down from the board. So I've never served on the board with you, but I'm here because you weren't. So we have a little bit of history, and we used to be neighbors. So welcome both Becky and Drew.
Mr. Alosi.
Yes, thank you. We get to work together. I want to thank Steph Everly for her service and years that she was here. She and others around this table led the district through some challenging times with COVID and have been leading through continued and trending population growth in our district. So a lot of appreciation for everybody that has been involved with that. The other item is I believe in transparency and accessibility to the board. Since I left the board, I've remained engaged, and I've been having dialogue with parents, with students, with taxpayers and teachers and administrators. That's going to continue, so please know that you are free to reach out and contact me at any time. I'll continue that level of connectivity. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate and welcome the new board members and also the re-elected board members. Look around at everybody. I think we got a really good group here. Pretty excited about what we can accomplish. So I'm looking forward to the upcoming year. All right, information date savers, December 18th, Facilities Committee meeting, January 12th, Committee of the Whole and Planning and Action meeting, January 26th, Committee of the Whole and Planning Action meeting, December 17th. We have a 2-hour early dismissal for students, December 23rd, 2-hour early dismissal for students and staff. December 24th through January 1st is the Christmas holiday break. January 2nd, no school for teachers and students. January 19th is Martin Luther King Day. And that is meeting adjourned.